In this video, I'll be talking about index fund investing for beginners, and I think this is a very good topic since on this channel, I talk about investing a lot, and I encourage you guys to invest, and I know you guys already know about stock picking, and you probably know about mutual fund investing, and index fund investing is a very easy way to make money from the stock market without having extensive knowledge or having to learn a lot of things about stocks and how the stock market works. Now, this is also something that I've been doing for some time, and I've had a lot of success with index fund investing, and this is why I talk about this so much. Now, first of all, before we get into all that, we're going to be kicking this video off with a giveaway of $100 for 4 lucky winners, with one winner of $25 each week. And all you have to do is to comment fire emoji down below and anything else you want, but fire emoji, and also hop over to my website, link down below in the description, put your email address in and subscribe there, because that's where we'll be announcing the winners every single week. And also I'll be sharing some really good updates with you guys there. Also, before we jump into index fund investing and how you guys can pull this off and have a lot of success with index fund investing, even if you are a beginner and you currently have little to zero or zero to little experience with investing in the stock market, I want to give a special shout out to all my returning viewers and my subscribers. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the channel once again. I really appreciate all the support. And if you're new here and this is the first time you're coming across this channel, my name is Ian, and on this channel I talk about ways to make money, ways to save money, ways to invest money. I talk about bank accounts, credit cards, and everything to do with personal finance. So if you like these videos and you like these types of topics, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. I'll really appreciate it. It helps the channel out a ton. And also consider subscribing with all the notifications on. And that way you'll never miss the updates of when I post new videos. And I post a new video on this channel every single day. Now let's get back to index fund investing. And in this video, I'll be giving you guys 3 main points or takeaways. I'll be telling you guys what app I personally use to invest this way. I'll be telling you what index funds I personally invest in, and also the projected returns of these index funds, or how much money they can actually make you every single year, and also how much money they can make you in the long term. So the main point is, at the end of this video, even if you're watching right now and you have absolutely no experience and no knowledge of the stock market or index funds, you should, at the end of this video, be able to start index fund investing and make yourself some money. Now, first of all, let me give you guys a short description or an idea of what index funds are. And simply put, or the simplest way to put this, is that an index fund is just a fund that tracks the performance of a particular industry. So for example, we have the energy industry, and so you could find an index fund that tracks the performance of all the stocks in the energy industry, instead of going and trying to figure out which energy stock or which energy company is going to be profitable and is going to grow in the future. Now, the same thing goes for the other stocks or industries. So for example, you could love the tech industry, and so you would probably want to invest in Apple, Google, Facebook, and all these other big companies. But the thing with stock picking is that you're going to have to do extensive research on these companies and their stocks to see which one you should invest in and which one will likely make you more money. And then secondly, purchasing one full stock of, let's say, Google or Facebook or any one of these other huge companies, it's going to cost you a lot of money, especially if you're just starting out and you really don't have a lot of money to start investing at once. So instead of doing that, which would be the harder way to do it, you could invest in an index fund that tracks the performance of the entire tech industry. And that way you minimize your risk, because you're not investing in one single stock, which may crash. And you're also reaping the rewards from the entire industry, which comprises of all those tech stocks that you love. So a good example here is the S&P 500, which is an index fund that tracks the top 500 US companies. And this is an index fund that I like because it tracks a fund that continuously adds and removes these stocks as they move up and down in the market. So no matter what the top 500 companies or stocks are, that's what you'll always be investing in, and you'll always be getting returns based off the performance of the top 500 US stocks and companies. So this is very different from stock picking, because when you pick stocks, you're simply choosing 1 or 2 stocks. You're investing a lot of money in the stocks to make a lot of returns. And if the stocks don't go up in value, then you stand to lose a lot or all of your money. However, if you invest in an index fund that is tracking the performance of the top 500 US stocks of all time, then it really minimizes the risk in investing. You'll always be more likely to get the average returns for that index or that industry. So index fund investing is just really simple, or a simple and cost-effective way of investing in the stock market without having to worry about individual stocks and also worrying about buying and selling stocks as they move up and down in the market. Now, initially in this video, I mentioned mutual fund investing, and mutual fund investing is similar to index fund investing, but the main difference is that with index fund investing, you're selecting a company like Vanguard, for example, to provide you with an index fund for the industry that you want to invest in, and they'll charge you a small management fee, and this is usually 0.03 or 0.05%, a very small amount. But if you go with a mutual fund, what you're doing is you're signing up for a professional financial expert who will, instead of like the index fund, try to get you the average annual returns. They're going to try to get you above average returns, or at least that's what they say that they're doing. And for this professional expert service and management of your investments, you're going to have to pay them some real money. So if you go with the index fund, you may pay 0.05% for a management fee, which is so small that you may never realize that you actually paid any money. But if you go with the mutual funds, then they may charge you 5%, and that is a huge chunk from your investments. So again, this is another reason why I prefer index fund investing, especially if you're new to investing and you're just starting out, because you probably won't be able to afford these expert financial services. Now let's jump into how you can pull this off, and we look at the app that I use personally, and a very good app that I've been using, and this is the M1 Finance app or platform, and I'll leave a link below to that app, and if you want to use it, you can sign up and use my link, and you'll also get $50 for free to go towards whatever investments you want to make once you deposit your first $100 in that investment account at M1 Finance. And by the way, guys, this video is not sponsored and I'm not affiliated with M1 Finance. I'm just sharing this because I think it's the best app out there right now. Now, with that said, once you sign up for M1 Finance, or even if you use a similar investment platform, you can invest in an index fund like the S&P 500, and particularly the Vanguard S&P 500 index, which tracks the top 500 companies in the US or the top 500 stocks. And if a company falls off the top 500 list, then they will be removed and replaced by the next in line. So this means that you're always investing in the top 500 companies without actually having to go in and make any changes or adjustments to your investments every single day. Now, if you're wondering about the minimum required and how much money you need to invest in this ETF or index fund, it's currently trading at around $390 at the time of making this video. But with M1 Finance, you get to invest in fractional shares, which means that you can invest $100 or even as little as $10 in the ETF, and you can keep adding small amounts of money to it until you get to having the amount that you want invested. So the point is, the barrier to entry is really low and anyone can get in here, because all you need is ideally $100 to start. You can also start with as little as $10. Now, if you're watching and you're saying, Ian, this sounds good, this sounds really easy, but how much money can you make here? In this example, the S&P 500 or the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF has yielded a positive return of over 33% over the past 12 months. In fact, on average, the returns every single year are between 8 to 12%, and so you can look for anywhere between 8 to 12% on your money every single year while investing in an ETF such as the S&P 500 ETF. Now, another good pro here to using an app like M1 Finance is that you can set up automatic deposits from your bank. So every single week or every single month or however frequently you want, money will be pulled from your checking account to your investments, and this puts everything on autopilot. So you can set this up to invest, let's say $25 per week, and every single week $25 will be invested in the S&P 500 index fund, and this way you don't have to worry about your investments, you don't have to worry about timing the markets, you don't have to worry about learning about stocks and spending lots of time researching stocks And best of all, you don't have to spend a lot of money on any expert advisors, and you'll still be able to make the average returns from the stock market every single year. Also, if you're wondering what amount of money you should be putting in an index fund to build wealth, you can use the investment calculator like this one right here, and you can put in the amount you want to start with, the amount you'll be adding to the investment account every single month, and how long you'll be investing that money for, and that will give you an idea of how much money, or a projection of how much money you can make depending on how you invest. Now, it's also recommended that you invest at least 10% of your income. So if you make $1,000 per week, then you should be investing around $100 per week. If you're making $10,000 per month, then you should be investing around $1,000 per month. And this could be higher if you want to be more aggressive with your investments, but that is a start or a goal that you should have in mind when you're just starting out with index fund investing. So have a goal set to investing at least 10% of your income. So I want you guys to comment down below and let me know if this is something that you're already doing, or if you know somebody that's already doing this. And if you haven't already started investing, comment below and let me know if you'll definitely give this a try. Comment with any questions you have. I'll also try to help you guys as best as I possibly can. If you want to talk to me one-on-one, you can find me over on Instagram. I'm usually on there every single day, link down below in the description. And you can book a call with me on my website if you want me to help you in setting up your M1 Finance account or some other brokerage account and investing in index funds. So without making this video too long and boring you guys, this is how you can easily invest in index funds and make money. And this works for the average everyday person. So with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video was very helpful. If so, then give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel with the notifications on so you never miss the updates of when I post new videos, which is every single day. And I will see you guys tomorrow in the next one.